bun or anything like that. Because my niece had a birthday party yesterday, and they had hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that. So I came home, had the hot dog and hamburger patty and all that. Excuse me. Then a little bit of refried beans. I didn't eat a lot of refried beans. By the time I finished the patties and the hot dog, I was pretty tired and didn't want to eat too much more. And I drank a lot of water yesterday, so I mean, I was feeling full. But I also walked a lot. I mean, walking from the car to the bar that we met our friends at, to the venue, and then after the walking, once we got inside, walking around trying to find our seats, going upstairs, downstairs, going all the way around the building, realizing we could have just gone to the left and gotten there quicker instead of going all the way around the building. Then coming back out and getting switching tickets with a friend so we can go see a little bit closer for a couple songs. Then coming back out and getting our tickets, going back to our original seats. And then we stayed there for the rest of the concert. And I mean, moving around during the concert, you're banging your head, you're pumping your fist. We had to sit because we were pretty high up. And I didn't feel comfortable standing up, so I just stayed seated. But I was moving around a lot. I was rocking and stuff like that. So I'm burning calories like that. Then we go to leave, and we, of course, getting all the way downstairs. There's escalators and stuff like that, so it wasn't no biggie. But then we walked around a little bit because we were supposed to meet our friends over at the hotel that the other friends were staying at, and it wound up they were taking too long. We really wanted to go home. It was cold, and I was hungry, and we were tired and stuff like that. And so we walked all the way back over to the car, which is another couple blocks, and just a lot of walking in general. Then I went and on the way home, we stopped in to hang out a little bit with our other friends who just happened to be at IHOP. And we hung out there for a little bit, and I didn't do a lot of sitting. I stood around the whole time, pretty much. Then I got home and ate and took a shower and went to bed. But, I mean, I'm just... My back's still hurting a little bit, so I don't want to chance it. And no matter what, rest and recovery is detrimental to your success. Always get enough sleep if you can. I mean, try your hardest. At least 6 hours. Get that recovery, get that rest. Moving on. As it sits right now, I'm not taking any supplements other than my protein shakes, which I'm taking as meal replacements for 2 of my meals a day. But as it goes, I haven't exactly had any slowing down in fat loss. My workouts have stayed about the same. Nothing's changing, nothing's slowing down. My muscle gains, my strength gains, my fat loss isn't slowing down. So I have no worry about it. But if it does happen, it's just little changes make a world of difference. So on your high intensity cardio, whereas you were doing 20 seconds high intensity and then resting for 30 seconds. And then 20 seconds, then resting for 30 seconds. 20 seconds and resting for 30 seconds, or 15, or however long you're doing it. A change like going 30 seconds and then 30 seconds rest, 30 seconds rest will make a difference. Changing up the way you're lifting, your lifting habits. Instead of doing the same thing over and over again, going in bench, then incline bench, then flies, and then just change some stuff up a little bit. Do different workouts that hit the same muscles. Stuff like that. However, I did want to bring this up that if it does get to a point to where I've just gone to where I'm doing like 45 seconds to a minute of high intensity cardio and then resting for like 15 seconds and it's just not working anymore, my body, because your body will get used to stuff. If it does it enough, it'll get used to it. So if I get to that point to where I am not seeing any changes anymore, my body's hit a plateau, whether it be, I mean, my diet's on point. I don't really want to get it any lower than it is. And I don't want to do too much cardio because cardio, too much of it can negatively affect your fat loss. It can negatively affect your muscle gains. And if you're not gaining any muscle, and you start losing muscle, then you're going to lose more muscle and you're going to hold on to fat. More muscle you have, the less fat you're going to have, because muscle is going to help you burn fat. It helps the body burn fat. The more muscle you have, the less your body's going to be like, oh, I want to burn this muscle energy off. It's going to be like, oh, we have plenty of muscle, but there's the fat stores that we can eat off of, so it's going to do that. But what I was going to say is, if it ever does get to the point to where I'm just plateaued and nothing I do will change it, I will add in a fat burner. Like I'm a big fan of Lipo 6 Black, and I'll probably use that. As far as it goes for anybody else, try something a little bit weaker. Lipo 6 Black is a very strong fat burner, thermogenic, and high in caffeine, like very high in caffeine. Recommended you only take 2 pills a day, and I take the 2 pills a day. I'm like I said, my body is very tolerant to like stimulants and a lot of things, so I do have to take the full dose, and it works. However, I would recommend if you do take Lipo 6 Black, you're gonna want to eat with it. So in the morning, start your breakfast. Halfway through breakfast, after you've eaten a little bit, then take your pills. Then you can finish your breakfast. But definitely eat with it. Eat a little bit before, so it has something to sit on, and then otherwise you're gonna be all shaky and jittery and stuff like that. It's just not fun. If you have any health problems, consult your physician before taking anything. Not a doctor. I'm not a professional or anything like that. I never claim to be. So check it out before you actually go take it. But like I said, my strength and my muscle gains are going up still. As far as I can see, it looks like it is. It could just be that I'm getting more defined and the muscles staying the same, because my muscles definitely not getting smaller. But if it does come to that point to where muscle starts dropping or I'm just not moving at all, I will add in a fat burner, and I'll do some tweaking and stuff like that. Add in more protein and stuff like that, because I'm eating a lot of protein right now. I always try to keep my protein levels high, so that way I can at least maintain the muscle that I have, if not get more. Other than that, everything's going good. I'm really happy with the changes that are happening. My waist is down 2 inches. Still not quite into a large shirt yet. Still a little bit too big for it, but I'm in extra large. I started in double XL, and so, I mean, I'm seeing body changes. I'm seeing differences in the way clothes fit me. I'm seeing differences in the way I look, the way my muscles look, the way I feel, and stuff like that. It's all really good. I'm very happy. But for right now, that's all I got. I really hope you guys are sticking with it. If you're going through this journey with me, I really hope you're sticking with it. I hope you stay sticking with your diet. Don't be afraid to have cheat meals, even though I'm not having any. Don't be afraid to have them. Don't deprive yourself of food that you like, because that's going to make it to where you're not going to want to do your diet anymore. So if you want to have a little bit of cake, this is what you do. Have your full meal, your full regular meal of your good, lean, good foods, your clean foods. And then if you still feel like you want it afterwards, then have a little piece just to get the taste of it, because your stomach's already going to be pretty much full. And that way you have the taste and you're satiated, because there's a difference between your brain hungry and your actual hunger. Your brain's going to tell you that you want all these things, but you can't let yourself give in to that brain hunger, because brain hunger is going to come on a lot faster than your actual hunger is going to come. Eat your normal meals, clean meals, and then a bite of cake, maybe even a little slice of cake. A piece of chocolate or something like that. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to mess up your progress. So if you feel like it, add that in a little bit. Still would recommend staying away from sodas, any sugary drinks and stuff like that. But if you want a little bit of that cake or the chocolate or whatever, feel free. Just don't gorge yourself on it. Remember, you're doing this for a reason. Think back to what that reason is. Always have that reason somewhere. Have that list that I talked about before posted somewhere where you can see it, where you're going to always see it, and you can remind yourself. Let that be your motivation. Keep motivation everywhere. But until next time, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I hope you're doing good. I hope you stick with it. Later.